for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize, it's really time.
Yeah.
Thomas Jackson.
Yeah. Bounce. Yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be going into our second matchup of today. One I'm actually really looking forward to, because these are two teams that I think could actually do pretty well in this cup. Actually, ex-Outlaws, so... Okay, wait, so if both Imperial and Outlaws left their organisation in the same week, are we getting a Bulgarian roster shuffle? Ooh. I'm excited. We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. Let's see, yeah, it's the ex-Outlaws guy. Does that mean... Wait, so... Was Cirque on this team? Or am I thinking of... I'm completely losing the plot. Because if so, did they really do all of that roster stuff and then leave anyway? I've got to look that up now. That's going to annoy me otherwise. Serbia. Am I feeling any better? Not really, but yeah, I'll deal with it. So Serbia, yeah, he's now got no team. This is the most mind-blowing revelation of all time. That after all of that, the whole team have now left. So they could have got a load of money, and instead... I am so confused. I'm going to have to read the article about them leaving that organisation now, because... That's one of the weirdest things I think I've ever seen. It was basically just like, we are not selling Serbia. But... Yeah, but it was like, then it got challenged by Outlaws. Like, they said, because the contract, like, they fought the contract, and then the whole team's left now. Okay, let's just move on. Either way, we're going into the pistol round. We're on Inferno. Here comes the peek out. Almost managing to get that first kill. It's going to be ships going down to just 11 HP. Definitely think that Binary Dragons... they're probably the team I'm going to be watching here. I think Hunter's an absolute god. And I have been... Oh, why has Letney changed his name to... Oh, he's Leetney. Oh, that makes me feel a bit ill. Leetney. Is that how you're actually supposed to pronounce it? If so... Ugh. Either way, we are going to see T-side taking a little bit of banana control. In fact, they're going to take the whole of banana control. Very passive from the CT side. Nino. I always pronounce this name wrong. I know Mr. Mate is probably sat there giggling. He does enjoy my pronunciation of most of these names. I'm just going to stick with Neno, because it sounds better. Anyway, he's got a lot of players to aim at. He can't hit any of them. Ships takes his head off, leaves it onto Emmy on the site. Does get one, but that's going to be all. Now the CT side have to rotate in, and... Oh, the trade so far has gone very favourably for the T-side. They don't even kill off any of the strong HP players. It's the man who is already weak that goes down. Joksic trying to push back in. He's got support behind him as well. Still 4 players to find. The T's would have to make some pretty drastic mistakes if they were going to be losing this round. Hunter gets dinked up. Lovely rotation as well from Rocking, who's going to be in from behind. And Joksic is screwed, so he'll fall. Ex-Outlaws will take themselves that pistol round. And yeah, after what looked like a pretty solid start from Binary Dragons, things go wrong. He did it for the meme. Okay, that's good. As long as his name's not actually Leetney, I can live with it. That's the way I'm looking at it. Pistols invested. Joksic, of course, going to be saving up all of that extra cash to make sure he can have an AWP going into what will be the first buy round. Neno. Or is it Neno? I'm never going to get pronunciation right. It's, I'm British. I'm ignorant. And I'm normally wrong. And Banana Control is going to go to the Bulgarian side. Maybe I should just call them the Bulgarians. I always find it weird that you sort of name their old organization. It's like a free advertisement for an org that doesn't even pay for them anymore. Weird. So I'm going to call them the Bulgarians. Maybe the Bulgs for short. They probably won't like that, but I'm going to stick with it anyway. Hunter tries an aggressive peek, of course. It's pistols. They're trying to do as much damage as possible. Nice little crossfire here. They've got the boost in play. One player below as well, who can just sort of sneak through the smoke once it comes in. They check for Joxic, but they don't deal with him. And now the smoke's gone. Not sure what the smoke close is supposed to be doing either, but it's not going to matter. NK will be able to finish off one more. We've got Leetney. That sounds horrible. Left, just trying his best to survive. Maybe take somebody with him. And, okay, you're getting banned. I think this was gonna go. Like, what? Don't think you'll pronounce it right until you hear it pronounced. Yeah, that's probably true. NK obviously not wanting to lose onto that AK, so he's gonna retreat as one of the latter players as the SMGs will chase to Letney. Pretty comfortable round for the Bulgarian side. Not going to have too many problems there. And that will be a simple 2-0. So, save will be coming in for Binary Dragons once again. Not really going to be expecting too much to be invested into this round. Oh, based off the fact they want to get by in the next. Interested to see where Joxic will actually play with the AWP as well. A lot of the time, or the most common, is over towards the arch side, just because of the ability to wrap back around and basically be a bit more of a rotational AWPer, which is probably my favourite way to actually see the AWP brought in. I think Cajun can do a more static AWP quite well, just hitting those clinical shots that you need him to hit, but I'm a big fan of sort of the Kenny style of I can be anywhere, anytime, any place, and just be a bane of your life. However, this round, there's no AWP. There's no weapons, in fact, for the CT side other than the stock. And they've gone for a nice little crossfire. They can even take a kill or two. That'll be an extra $300. That could be a smoke. And all the utility, especially on a map like Inferno, is so important. You see a lot of teams actually not invest too much into that second round force just to try and make sure they have all the utility. Wasn't done by Binary Dragons, so they are still going to be a little bit limited, but well, it goes back to the point. A kill could be very valuable for them. Their real problem now is, though, that the T side have already cleared out most of the deadly angles. The bomb will go down comfortably. NK is just looking to try and farm up a little bit of extra cash. He's doing a great job of it as well. $1,800 made. Paying for the MP7 plus an extra $100. And, well, now we get to see some of these juggled around. Are they going to keep the SMGs? Bit of a bonus round for the Bulgs. Looks like it. I'm a fan. Try and make as much money as possible. Do a decent amount of damage. And then you can force buy. And if you do lose this round, have the chance to break back versus Binary Dragons. But here we go. Hunter, he's actually going to go for utility over a rifle. So they are going to get it in. It's just there's a hindrance in a different spot instead. And actually, he was playing aggro towards the apartment, so I'm not a huge fan of that. If you've got the utility, I think you need to be in a bit more of a passive role. AWP set up onto Joxic, but this is the classic. This is the style you want to see. You have the AWP set up, you rotate another player over, make sure you have an extra bit of a stack over towards the A portion of the map, and that's going to work wonderfully, or it should, because there's going to be 4 players just rushing straight out the apartments. Hunter's going to be waiting below. They have a second player actually in the pit itself. One over towards Arch, and then another in the site. This is a nice little crossfire. Let's see if it works. The answer, no! It doesn't work at all. They get slaughtered. There's still one man left, but the SMGs have done enough. Binary Dragons, they got it perfect. The stack was exactly where it needed to be. They couldn't do anything, and they even lose the AWP at the end. It's going to be the T's deciding whether they even want it. The answer is no. And the Bulgarians are looking like the far more impressive team at the moment. That's a bonus round as well. They've just made a load of extra cash. A little bit invested from the CT side. They will have max loss bonus in the next round, so they can afford to attempt something here. Emmy just getting absolutely wrecked. Down just 10 HP. You're actually going to hand the deagle off to his teammate and just say, look, I'm basically just cannon fodder at this point. No point me taking aggressive peeks. I'll give this to you and you can have a bit of a better chance of actually doing some damage. Joxic's still going to go for the full-on save as he wants that up, which again, expected. And NK even still has his trusty MP7, so he can look to make a hell of a lot of money. And he already has 7,400. He's actually the 4th lowest on his team, which really shows how much cash they actually have at the moment. Here we go, though. Nice little crossfire on the side. Joxic going to be waiting in the back lines, but he doesn't really have anything. Which does mean he has nothing to lose, but at the same time, means he can't really do as much damage as if he had an upgraded pistol or some armor. Letney will at least be able to get one, but Ships knows his spot. And no, actually gets another, so doing at least some damage. Hunter, and he gets a second. Okay, this just got interesting. It's going to come down to the 1v1. Nikki will ruin the dreams of this Binary Dragon side, but what turned out, or what started as a round that looked like absolutely nothing, Hunter, with a little bit of a spark, a little bit of magic, almost made it work. 5-0. All the SMGs are gone now for the Bulgarian side, as they, well, probably got a little bit worried about that situation, have decided, you know what, we're not going to rebuy any of those. This is the first time as well we've seen Binary Dragons with a full set of utility and a couple of kits, so this is where the CT side properly begins. The problem is with already 5 rounds. Okay, there we go. Don't even get to finish the sentence. Nice shot from Joxic. Still going to be a 4v3 on the site itself. Already tagged low, but still manages to finish off one more. And there's a lot of support on this side at the moment, but NK's just walked in. Taken down 2. Left it into a 2 versus 3. Still a man up above. It's going to be Joxic just running back and forward. Is Spallan. The problem is now he's left in the open. Still takes down Emmy. I don't know how he's managed to get away with this much considering the spot he currently holds. And Neno is there to finish him in the end. 5-1. Finally, we have Binary Dragons on the board. But this leaves them with the problem. They lose this next one, they'll be left with very little. In fact, you're going to see a pause. I wonder if this is technical. Because it didn't really seem... Okay, yeah, it's technical. Didn't really seem like a well thought out pause. I know it seems like I'm just jumping to estimations here, but if you have only 3 seconds left and you call a technical pause, it doesn't really look like you've thought about it. So it's more likely, at least, that it is going to be more of a technical one. So, 1-5. CT side in desperate need of this round. It did look better, though. The pick from Joxic at the start definitely helped them out, and I feel like that round from the Bulgarians looked a lot more disjointed. Bram Butter Ham. Why didn't I think of, like, a cooler name? Imagine if I got to, like, the position I'm at where I can do, like, some decent LAN events, and then I was just called something, like, awesome. Like the Meme King. And someone had to introduce me as that every time. That would be brilliant. It also means I'm an arse, but at the same time, it would be funny. Hunter, he's bored. You can tell. He's like, nah, I've had enough. Don't want to sit on the sites anymore. I've tried rushing apartments. Instead, I'm going to run down mid. He gets 1. Now, a trade here really isn't enough. He needs to do more than that, because a 4v4, yep, 4v4 is enough for the T's. Now, his distraction has helped them gain quite a lot of control over towards Banana. But because of how deep Ships is, they're going to know. Oh, okay, they're not going to know. I take it back. They're not going to know. I don't know how they don't know, but Ships should have called that. He should have said, look, they could be past me. However, it does somehow work out for the T side. A kill not coming in onto the bomb man. The bomb man. Great English. But, yeah, somehow that works. Outlaws are very lucky because that seemed like pure miscommunication. Still a 2 versus 3, and Joxic in position with the AWP. He turns it into a 2 versus 2. Even spots the bomb as well. Letney, oh, that was a good chance. Another shot missed. Now they're actually going to go rotating back. They know exactly where both players are. And Keiko's running in. That's an instant headshot as well. Now Joxic's left to try and clutch around. Well, a round that could have really gone either way. So many mistakes. So many sort of things that you feel like should have been called, and a lot of missed shots as well. Don't really think either of the teams deserve to win this round, but we'll see who actually manages to do it. Joxic, he just has too many spots to clear. A 1v2 with 0 information. He can try, but I don't think he will. And yeah, just going to fall out. Save the AWP. The sort of worst case scenario now comes in. Well, it could have been worse if he died, I guess. But now, money not going to be in a good state. Hunter probably could force something into this one. But you might actually just want to save in this round. Get the extra 1900. He could probably invest into an AWP for Joxic. And then it's really not that bad a buy. But we'll see. Maybe they're going to risk it for a chocolate biscuit. Yeah, they are. Oh, this man right here gonna have a lot of pressure on his shoulders, that's for sure. Actually gonna go for the almost JW-esque aggressive apps push. I used to love watching this when Fnatic would do it, but he chickens out. I think he hears the footsteps a little bit too close. Yeah, they need to win this. It's not so much whether they can, they need to. Otherwise, what? 1900 added on to their loss. 7-1 lead, likely to go further. Scary times for Binary Dragons. Need to wake up pretty soon if they're going to have a win on the board in what is the first match they play. I think they're playing later today as well, so it wouldn't be the end of it, but they need to do something here. Smoke's being set up over towards that B portion of the map. Only 2 players here to defend. The norm. Actually, FAMAS and a UMP, so not the ideal setup to say the least. Rotation. It looked tempted from Letney, but he's still actually going to hang on. Now the push is going to come in. Spray goes down both entries within seconds. The rotation's there from Letney, but it's just too slow. Already going to have the bomb down as well. They should just save these weapons once again. No real reason to try and get back into this site. It just isn't going to happen. And yep, 7-1. At least again, there's going to be something to play with in the next round for the CT side. But starting to look like they're just being outmatched on Inferno. I feel like this guy should be casting golf. Yeah. To be fair, I don't want to make excuses, but I am very sick. So that's probably why I'm a little bit more quiet than normal and not really shouting my lungs out, is because I think I'd just lose my voice by the 4th map. Oh, that's even worse. Nicky actually going to take down Hunter as well, so that's another weapon gone. How do I get into casting? I go into casting by going to a website called something like Esports Jobs, talking to some Lithuanians, casting some tier 1 million thing. And, yeah. Got eventually just cast enough stuff that got noticed by Starladder, and they gave me an opportunity. It is me, Tom, yes. I'm dying. Used to Mega Man. That's not something too bad to be used to, though. He's got a brilliant voice. I would kill for that voice. Either way, though. Couple of players ecoing. Obviously, they're trying to save to make sure they have a buy in the next round. We'll see if the remaining couple of players can do damage with 2 rifles they have. Joxic is one of them. Now, even him saving here could be nice, but he is going to be able to take 1. That's actually what he's going to do. He's going to run away. Or is he? Oh, he doesn't even know. I don't even know. I can see the map. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe expected them to rotate. Instead, he's actually had a chance to reposition. Molotov down. Oh, Joxic's big caught. Flashbang ruins him. And now it's down to a pistol and a FAMAS. Definitely not world beating, is it? Letney may even want to just keep this so they can have all the extra utility. And that's the big problem. Like, they haven't been able to get all that sort of utility available. I think the one round that they've won is actually when they had everything. That one beautiful buy that we were like, okay, there we go. They got the AWP. They got all the nades. And, yeah. Didn't go well from there on, did it? 8-1. Emmy was caught out. And, yeah, Letney just saving. So, that's not looking great. I do have to say, I'm interested to see how the Bulgarians are going to play on the CT side, because it is a common sort of factor on this map where if you see a team that may not play this map a huge amount, or it isn't one of their like top 2 or 3 maps, you can see a lot more mistakes and also a lot stronger T-side. No, just leave. That's too far. You gone too far now. You bought a P9. That's just bad. MP9, half the price, double the reward, better in every way. Oh, God. Anybody who hasn't seen me cast before, I hate this gun. And we'll see if Neno can change my mind. There we go. I brought it back. I don't sound completely biased now. Where's Spallan? Setting up the smoke. Where is that going to land? Completely sectioned off Joxic. He's left completely out of the action. There's actually a gap in it. And he's going to find the shot. So clearly not as well set up as maybe I thought it was. It looked like Spallan had the lineup. He was like, yep, checking it here. Make sure. There we go. And he still doesn't actually hit it properly. So that's a mistake. And that's a problem. Because that's now given an advantage over towards the CT side. Flashbang is perfect as well. Emmy just playing that sort of beta role. As he knows he has the AWP backing him up. And they've pretty much fully rotated here. Somebody's actually going to say to Neno, look, get back over there. We don't want the P90 here. Go over towards the B site. It may have also been because they didn't want to give them the chance to rotate. "17 seconds though. They've got to get onto the site and, well, yeah, that position is just dirty. And Neno actually gets a kill with the P90. If I didn't feel sick before, I definitely do now. Please tell me he got rid of it. I think he did. Praise be to Jesus. Or other don't worry guys, other religions are available. Please don't find me other religions. I am scared. There we go though. Binary Dragons got another round. They came off the back of a P90, a UMP, and the AWP onto Joxic. But they had one anyway. T's going to go straight barreling up mid, though. And this time, they're not mucking about with smokes. They're just running straight in. Already, NK will finish off one. Joxic's here with the AWP, though. He's rotated back around. Picks off the first. Not going to go overly aggressive here. Just make sure that he holds on to his life. Still trying to peek back in, but he's been smoked out of the action. T's have managed to get onto the site. There's very good after plant positions, though, for the CTs for a retake. However, Neno is already gone. Can they do anything more? Expected from Joxic. Will actually be able to finish off ships. So leaves it into a 3v3. Again, they desperately need this round. Letney has some extra cash, but the rest of the team are going to be struggling. Peek back in, Spallan holding the angle. And Letney needs to make his move here, but they've already spotted him. Another for NK. Jock's going to be the only one left. And once more, he has to save this AWP, and it's become a bit of a story of the game so far. He can do some damage with it, but he's always just trying to hold on. 9-2. An impressive T performance from the Bulgarian side. Binary Dragons are going to have a pretty damn good T side if they're going to come back from this. Okay, we got Ram Butter Ham believes in the 9-6. They're going to have to do it now. If they lose this round and, well, don't save a load of weapons. Got very little left. That's a nice shot, though. Joxic again out mid. Got that shot down to a T. Emmy actually going to go running in. The counter flash working nicely. And they've actually got a two-man advantage already. T's being caught out by these aggressive peaks. A little bit of damage. Still a lot of UMPs in play at the moment. Nikki is actually going to be down to just 25 HP as well, so... I agree, yeah, I do think... I think Outlaws are an alright team, but without Cirque or Surya, however you pronounce it, there's no way that they should be losing this match. Does give them more of a sort of free style of play, though. Could be interesting. Here we go. Crossfire on the site. Neno throws the Molotov in. Emmy manages one, but Spallan can't do anything. 3-9. They've at least secured themselves another round. But the T's have just built up so much money over this period of domination. Let's see whether that economy is ever actually going to be broken. It should just last them to the end of the half. Next round, they'll definitely have enough to buy. And then, of course, after that, there's only one anyway. Okay, you're on the 10-5. We'll see. We'll see if you can be the analytical mind that I am not. I think Envy's Academy is actually pretty good. Well, I think it's good for them because it's like a stable roster that, like, you could get picked up by the main team, or you can just sort of enter like smaller tournaments and just have a sort of growth and a chance to actually be noticed. So I quite like the idea. I actually don't like when they're sort of picked apart though, which is a bit of a shame. And we sort of see with the Fnatic Academy where they just lose their in-game leader, and you sort of look at the team now and you're like, okay, they've got some good individuals, but sort of ruin the team. Smoke going to be going down towards Banana. Quite late from Binary Dragons. They've been able to hold on to utility. The problem is the push is going to come in on the other side of the map. They have rotated a fourth player over, and already all the information's been gained by Emmy. He's done exactly what is needed of him, found out so much for the team. It has to be A, but Nicky takes his head off, so no flank coming in at least, but the info is there. Lenny gets one, Hunter spraying through the smoke finds another, and this is a wonderful hold from the CT side, already managing to get 3 and a fourth. Let me doing work, and now Nicky is surrounded, trying to do some damage, but it's not going to happen. Binary Dragons, brilliant information play. And that will be at least a fourth. Now, as said, still going to be money for the T side. They'll be able to purchase into this round, but if Binary Dragons get themselves a fifth, then the sixth should come as follows. Joxic again. Opening pick for the AWPer from Binary Dragons. Has been doing very well so far. Always a lot more difficult to AWP on the T side, though. There's not many players that can do it. I think Kenny's one of them, but on this CT side, he's styling. Gets a second. This 5th round looks like it's going to be going into the hands of Binary Dragons. Unless something drastic happens within the next minute or so. Well, it has to be a minute. There's only a minute left. Still 2 players over towards the B side of the map. He's going to be coming out. Emmy's actually missed the cross. Neno throwing that Molotov down is smart. Knows that somebody could have already got past. Uses his utility to throw them down. Push going to be coming in. Even smokes off the site so that they can't even find out where he is. Going to be jumping over. Emmy spraying wildly. Both players taking a lot of damage. But it will be Neno to actually finish him off. Spallan actually going to go straight for the bomb plant. Clearly wanting that extra money. That's not a bad idea. That gives him a better buy in the next round. Rocking actually going to finish off one more. Still trying to just hold on to this. It shouldn't be possible, and Hunter is making sure of that. As now Spallan is all that remains of the T side. They're just going to pop flash themselves in. Hunter will actually go down. That's the second as well, so they at least make things a little bit more costly. But it will be 9-5 in the end. That bomb plant at least makes things a little bit better. Side actually bringing in an AWP. Now, considering they've been losing the first pick almost every round to the AWP, that I can see why they've done it. And actually, Rocking is going to start things off, but there is Joxic once again. They haven't been able to counter him when he's had this weapon in hands. Still going to be a 4v4 though. Can NK find the pick? Oh, that's a nice snap onto the head of Letney. That gives him a rifle as well. That makes this round so much more interesting for the T side. Emmy's trying to use a little bit of a gap over the smoke. Rocking maybe about to walk into his crosshair. Very close to getting the pick. Spallan can't actually spot him here. And the Molotov may be enough. He's got to be careful though. As now the peek comes in, but Spallan misses the shot. The second though! Through the wall. That's ridiculous. Just watches him as he runs. Traces him back. And now it's left all onto Joxic. Has to try and do the same with the AWP. The thing I love about rounds like that is he misses the easy shot and then hits that absolutely ridiculous one. He's cheating, Mo. Here we go, Joxic. Never mind. No scope missed. 5-10. That is going to be the halftime score. So, Astro Assault, you're doing well so far. What's the final score, though? That's what we want to know. What is the final score going to be? Astro Assault giving us all of the information that we need. He's gone 16-13 Binary Dragons. I feel like that's more of a prayer rather than an actual prediction, but 16-11, 11-16 for Outlaws. 9-6 income. Ah, he changed his prediction. Crazy's caught you. He's caught you. Been bamboozled once again. There you go, though. Ships. Round the corner. That's a lovely couple of entries. Looking for more. Actually, this is very aggressive, but the flashbang is so well done. Okay, ships. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. 4 kills. How's the prediction looking, Astro? How's the prediction, buddy? I feel like you might be sweating a bit now. My bamboozle insurance. I would buy that. Here we go. The Tech 9 Deagle P250 buy. 16-14 to Binary Dragon. Now, Mr. Mate, I know that you're biased, so I'm not sure I believe you. No, you're a massive Binary Dragons fan, so here we go. Nade out. Nikki, 1, 2. Can he get the third? Nope, he's actually going to fall back. Smart decision. Doesn't overface. Neno going to be going down as well. Joxic will have a slight upgrade to the Tech 9 and actually does manage to get a kill with it. This is looking comfortable at the moment. You have to pay with Reddit gold. I don't have any of that. I get downvoted all the time. I'm going to be honest, I don't even really know what Reddit gold is. Here we go. Joxic. 1v4. Can he pull it off? I'm going with no, just for anybody who was wondering. But maybe one of you is very optimistic or knows something I don't. Knows he has a little like toggle key and will just headshot everybody through walls. Tech 9, that's going to be quite difficult. Spots out Spallan at least, but very smart from Spallan. Just throws down the Molotov. And that just means the full rotation is going to be coming. Even peeks out behind it. You can almost see just Joxic sat there like, well, this is over. Yeah, not really anything I can do here, is there? Alright, so supposedly, I'm supposed to have been pressing... Yeah, or was it not even there? There it is. I'm supposed to be pressing this. I haven't been doing that, so... Whoops. Should give away some sort of gift or something in the chat. Pretty sure that it shows the total amount of people who've ever been rewarded, so if somebody says to me, how can 145 people have been rewarded and there's 110 people... I will kill you. Spallan. Oh, he doesn't quite manage to farm them up, but... What was that? 9 bullets, 3 kills. Nice. Full eco, of course. (13-5). Binary Dragons, they have AKs now. Let's see what they can do. Can they get themselves on the board? It is going to be a bit of an upgrade from the CT side. Still an MP7 onto ships. And look at... Oh, here we go. Now we're getting good. Take the fight to them. It's going to be the Bulgarians showing off what they can do. It's going to be a couple of trades to start things off, but it's a FAMAS and an MP7 lost in a trade for a couple of AKs. Now the T's... Well, you've got to panic in those situations, don't you? Because just like, that's the BM play. That's the... I'm just going to come and bitch slap you at the beginning of the round and ruin all of your strategy. Spallan, he's the solo B man. Got his AWP. Waiting towards the back of the site. Actually has support rotating in as well, so it looks like Nicky's gone for a little bit of a gamble. They're going to be double smoking it. Okay, interesting. It seems like they're panicking a little bit on the Binary Dragon side, making mistakes and trying to get rid of Spallan, who is now burning. Actually going to be able to dance his way out of there, at least for a second, but Hunter will take him down. However, NK's already rotated in. Neno with a nice kill will turn things back into a 2v1. Nicky on the clutch. Bomb going to be fake. Hunter peeks in, but the dual peek go together. 6-13. Binary Dragons do at least hold on for now, and AWP has been picked up for Joxic, but just look at the skew of money on both teams, in fact. We're going to have some weapons juggled around. Where's VK? VK, yeah, it's literally just like a Russian social media. I think it's used in like Ukraine as well. So, yeah, some people use VK. I don't have a VK because I don't understand what it says most of the time. There we go. Joxic on the ult. He'll get one, but again, the aggression catches one, but the T's have actually come out on top here. Rotation will be in from Spallan. Doesn't have an AWP this time. Molotov into the corner. Spots out 3 players with the jump and takes down the bomb. Goes for a further spray, but he can't do anything more. The rotation is going to come in from Nicky. These are very audacious plays attempted by the CT side. Nade going to be going down. Oh, that's a nice dunk. Does a lot of damage. Problem is, in this retake scenario, it's going to be very difficult. Molotov actually going to go onto a teammate. Letney... Well, clearly he thinks Neno's not hot enough. Tries to spice him up a bit. Nice rotation from Hunter, though. Will finish off NK without any real trouble. Now, all onto Nicky. They close him down. So here we go. 7-13. CT side now struggling for cash. So we shouldn't see an investment in this round. Binary Dragons actually have a chance to get themselves back into the game. For the free stuff, you do not need to do 100%. I think you need to do 50% of the things they ask you to do. So you do not have to have VK. I think you just, like, have Twitter. I'll be honest, I don't remember what the other ones were. But, yeah. It says underneath how much percentage you need to fill in. So they will not make you have VK and whatever. So you're absolutely fine there. Here we go. Emmy with the chance to make some extra cash. Mac Daddy in hand. And... only one player over towards the side of the map. They've attempted to stack A. Unfortunately, they've gambled. And things have gone wrong. Now, if you want more information about gambling going wrong, talk to Phantom Lord. You know, he's got his stream going again, and everybody loves him, right? Anyway, let's move on. Spallan is screwed. Emmy peeks out, takes off his head, and it leaves the remaining players to try and rotate. But a lovely position from Hunter. Gets nearly all of them, but that's actually an M4. So it's like 3 kills. You go, okay, that's pretty good. But if ships can get away with a free M4, well, that's where things could be a bit more of a problem. Doesn't say the percentage anyway. Oh. It used to. Either I'm wrong or you're blind. Nice shot from Joxic, though. I would go and click the link and see if I can prove you wrong, but I think I'm supposed to be doing... complete all the quests. Oh, wow. Seems a bit excessive. My bad, then. My bad. Here we go, though. Investment back in from the CT side. It's not a particularly good one. They've got a bit of utility, and they do have rifles, but it's definitely not the best start. Joxic already finishing off one. What is with this weird aggression? They're trying so hard to take banana control and failing miserably. And now the B site is open once again, running straight through. Okay, this is just getting silly. In what world does that work? Have they been watching the Stewie 2K montage again and thinking I can do that? Because you can't. T-side. 4 rounds in a row. That Astro called 16-13. CT side keep playing like this. He might be right. Smoke on every player. Pistol in every hand. Not going to be a particularly good round. Predicted 16-14. Yeah, but that's because you've just given Binary Dragon the most chance that they can have to win. So you're basically saying, okay, it's so close, I'll predict as close as I can to the end. Astro said 16-9. Yeah, but he's changed his prediction about 17 times. I think the last one I saw... You're still for 16-11. Okay, so you're going for the Bulgarians, I'm guessing. You don't think the Outlaws will win a single round? What, from here? I'm guessing from here on out. Otherwise, well. 16-10 Outlaws. Okay. You hold 16-9. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think they're gonna do it, but they have done, I like the round that they've done. They've thrown a lot of smoke sound, they've left it down to the last 30 seconds. They've got a lot of players close. The only way they win this is if they drop the bomb right at the end. That's what they've got to do, but with 20 seconds left, that's actually plausible. They're gonna have the fake push in over on Neno. He's not going to spot anything out, and now they're going to go running in. Can they drop this bomb? Already they take one, and there we go! The bomb's been dropped, that's all they needed to do! This is a joke! How has this worked? There's only 6 seconds, they've already won. They've already won, they've got players over towards B, and somehow Nicky's still hitting headshots. I cannot believe this has just happened. Neno's still going to finish off 3 players towards the end and stop them saving weapons, but it actually happened. They managed to just sit in that corner, drop the bomb, and... Wow, props to the Bulgarians. It has to be given. They used those smokes so late that no map control could be taken by Binary Dragons. And it worked. 5 smokes, 2 players with Kevlar. That's all you need. 14-9. CT side now get a little bit of a boost when it comes to their economy. Not anything too crazy. Of course, there would have been a max loss bonus, but Joxic, he's angry now. You've awoken the beast. Finds that opening pick onto Nicky, and there hasn't really been much of a response when they've actually lost the first player. That's been the big thing. One minute 15. This time, Binary Dragons can afford to slow things down. Got that opening pick. Letney looking to try and find some information. Joxic still just feasting. That's a lovely flick. There's no question who's been the best player in the server so far. At least on the Binary Dragon side. Here we go. There's the retaliation. It always seems to be the retaliation from the Bulgarians. Or from Bulgaria. As they try to get back into the round, instead they put themselves further into a deficit. And this is the reset. This is a chance for Binary Dragons to really hurt their economy. There's only one man on this site. NK, Ace, or go home. That's pretty much it here. He spots one, hits it, but Neno's quick to trade. And that leaves Spallan. You've got to save this AWP. There's no point trying to fight this one. Problem is now, he's going to be surrounded. At least you hope he is. Nice no-scope. That's something at least. Doing damage. Making things more costly. They do know exactly where he is now. He can't go anywhere. And there we go. Neno, good round from him. He'll save the AWP. 10-14. But that's a big, big round in terms of this match. As the Bulgarians are now going to be struggling for cash. Yeah, no, I agree. Joxic with the entry kills. Very impressive. And they're not easy kills to get either. A lot of the time he's pre-firing with the AWP or just taking shots into angles that he should never be able to just hit first time. Like that headshot into Graveyard is not as easy as he makes it look. So, impressive stuff. You're doing very well. Hunter, I still think we could see a bit more from him. Used to him being a sort of star performer of this team. But, oh, you know. 14-10. Only one buy round. Actually won by this CT side. They have forced up into this one. They've got all their pistols in hand. We saw what they could do with some smokes. Question is, can they do it again? It's easy to throw in a cheesy round once. To do it twice, well, you'd have to expect Binary Dragons to make some ludicrous level mistakes. Letney's just burned down to 34 HP, which definitely isn't the start they were looking for. Got some Jason R hearts. Aren't they cute? Terrifying, but cute. Hey, they are running down the time again. 30 seconds left. And they've just thrown another smoke out towards the B site. This is brilliant. The Bulgarians are just playing the smart game at the moment. And the worrying thing now is BD have absolutely no idea, but the shot through. That's wonderful. Great entry. Ships panics. And now this time, okay, they left it late. But there's no way that they're denying that bomb plant. It would have to be an absolute miracle play, and Nicky's going to go down. Very, very close. But it is going to be an 11th round. So not this time. Definitely not this time. But still getting scary. And those rounds, you just have to wonder, like, would it be better to just go for a bit more of an aggressive play? Would it be better to sort of try and take over these portions when you know what they're doing? Clear the spots with Molotovs rather than just sitting back and waiting. And it's so close that you almost wonder if Binary Dragons are thinking just a little bit too much. Like overthinking some of these situations. The thing that really worries me is imagine if he doesn't get that kill through the smoke. Then, well, a couple of pot shots go wrong. There's only 10 seconds left on the clock and the bomb gets dropped again. It could have been another one of those sort of cheesy rounds, but it wasn't. That's the big thing for Binary Dragons. They do manage to convert another round. Could be a couple of pistols left up against them, but nothing too worrying. And when we go into the next round Bulgarians once again are going to be missing some utility. Here goes Spallan. Oh, Joksic's not going to miss that one. He's taken shots that are very, very difficult. If you hand him an easy one, he'll take it all day long. Nobody left on B. Once again, a sort of full A stack that we've seen quite a lot from the ex-Outlaws. And yeah, it is just going to be a simple round. Could be perfectly clean if Binary Dragons don't overextend. You can see the CT side just waiting for some exits. Instead, well, they're going to be exiting the round. A little bit of Kevlar hoping to be saved from NK. Could net him a few extra nades going into the next round, which would be a nice little bonus. But other than that, perfect round from Binary Dragons. Every single player survives. And now we're actually going to see a pause called in. So, Bulgarians clearly feeling the pressure a little bit. Oh. Saw the pistol go the way after a 10-5 half, leaving us 13-5. Since then, it's only been one round on the board for this CT side, and it's the T's that have managed to get themselves 7. They need 4 more to take the map, 3 if it's going to overtime. Only 2 needed for the Bulgarians to close off what should have been closed off quite a while ago. It is seeming that both of these teams really are having problems over on the CT side of this map. Molotov going to be thrown in, which will force a little bit of a positional move. Deep smoke thrown. Even that smoke isn't well placed either, which is something you have to question. But instead, here comes the aggression onto the A side. Already picking up entries. There's going to be that Orpal once again. And Neno, Letny just there to try and hold off anybody from behind. And he does his job perfectly. Both players killed. And it leaves Starladder alone. The comeback is looking more than real at the moment. Even legged. There's a player waiting for him on the flank as well if he does try to back away. 13-14. Binary Dragons already getting themselves 8 rounds. Mr. Mate sitting there with his little prediction, feeling quite happy at the moment, as it does look more and more likely by the second. Once again, we're going to see a lot of smokes invested for the Bulgarian side, and I like this strategy. I like how they're just burning down the time and making things very difficult for Binary Dragons. The thing I have to question, though, is why you're not doing this in your buy rounds. Straight through the smoke this time. They have had enough, but here we go. NK manages to take 2, and another as well for Nikki, so maybe pushing through the smokes isn't the way to do things, as it is going to be left onto just 1. Hunter. There isn't anybody else you'd want in this situation from the T side, but it has come down to 1v1. Spallan's even picked up an AWP. The one weapon that works for him when he doesn't have any armor. Hunter can retrieve the bomb. He may just look to back towards B. Smart decision. Gets far enough away that he can make footsteps and just run all the way back. The plant very open as well. Fact is, even now, Spallan doesn't know if it's over towards A, and it's going to take him a little while. Doesn't have a kit. He's actually switched over to the AK. I don't like this at all. Can he hit the headshot? Yes, he can! How does he get away with that, Hunter? You have the aim punch on your side, the armor protecting your chest and face. But still, somehow, Spallan manages to win that fight. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And now we hit 15. All predictions are off. Nobody said that it would go this far. And I think somebody said or overtime, but that doesn't count, because I could say that about anything. Yeah, no. We don't accept or OT. Try and fool me like that. Gonna work. Let's see. Now, can the Bulgarians finish it off? They've managed 2 rounds now off the back of pistols. They have managed no rounds off the back of weapons. Hello, Counter-Strike. And there we go, Spallan this time. AWP in hand, manages to start things off. Already we lose Nano. Has been pretty good on this T side. Still, all the players, they're going very basic in this round. They're just gathered up towards B. They've had enough of just feeling out this side of the map. And here we go, Spallan with another. They're looking to try and end what they should have done a long time ago. Smoke is going to force the T's back towards that banana spot. This is looking very bad for the Binary Dragons. They've made a great attempt at a comeback. Looking like they may fall at the final hurdle. Hurdle seems to involve a lot of pistols. Nikki has to be careful. You don't want to give Joksic even a second to peek out, but they've given a lot. And Nikki, actually with a secondary AWP, takes him down instead. All the stars, at least in this map, are gone. Can one awaken? I'm looking at you, Hunter. Gonna be trying to peek around the corner, sneaking into the site. He's not going to achieve anything. And now, well, Letney, or Leetney. He needs to be elite. He needs to be elite, to say the least, because he's got 4 players left to find. He'll have to ace the round. He's been spotted out as well, and it will be Outlaws to take this map. 16-13. It came very close in the end, it has to be said. I almost expected the comeback, but they don't manage to do it. Either way, Binary Dragons will have themselves another chance to get their first points on the board, as we will have an Amiga facing off against them. Possibly an easier opponent, so should expect a little bit more from them in the next map. But we'll be back after a short break. Again, little bit of a rest for my voice, a drink to be had, and we'll be back shortly.